Time to hit the hardwood with DraftKings contributor Kenny Ducey. We're going to look ahead to Wednesday's game 4 between the Bucks and Phoenix. Obviously, Kenny, the Suns lead the series 2-1, but after that huge 20-point win at home, guess what? The Bucks are favored again in game 4 by 4.5 points. So, are you riding with Milwaukee to cover the spread?
I'm not so sure I am, Jesse. Look, I think that what we saw in the Western Conference Finals with the Phoenix Suns was simply a lull, right? They got lucky in game 2. They didn't really realize it. Riding that high, coming off a 2-0 lead. It looked really flat in game 3. They lost. They won game 4, though they didn't play very well. I think that they can learn from their mistakes here in the last series. I think that they're going to buckle up. They are going to play with a sense of urgency. This is a better team. We've seen all postseason long this is a better team. The Milwaukee Bucks managed to just really win on what was a very cold shooting night for Phoenix. I think that some more shots will fall. We talk about shot variance all the time. I think that the variance is in the Suns' favor here. They should hit some more, and they have a very clear, distinct advantage inside. I know that Giannis has been very good, but DeAndre Ayton has been a force all series long. He was just about the only Phoenix Sun other than Jay Crowder, which where did that come from? To have a great game 3. So I do think that, he continues to show up. Some more shots fall for Devin Booker and Chris Paul. Mikal Bridges also isn't going to score 4 points. And I do think that the recipe is there for the Suns to get back into this one. Maybe they don't win, but they definitely don't lose by more than 4 points.
All right, so the game total set at 220 right now, Kenny. Game 3 went under the total, and it seems like the odds makers have adjusted for this. So do you think we're going to see another under in game 4, or like you said, is the variance in the Suns' favor? We're going to see more shots hitting.
Yeah, look, I said this. I've said it all postseason long with the Milwaukee Bucks, and I'll say it again. I just really do think that this team has played exceptional defense. And that's the only thing that we can talk about with the Milwaukee Bucks. It's been good all through the postseason. I mean, their offense has been missing, even in that, quote unquote explosion in game 3, just a 123 offensive rating. And really, the defense has stepped it up. Again, all postseason long, one of the best defenses according to the metrics. So I do think that this game goes under. I think that game 2 was a very fluky over. Game 3 was destined to be under really the whole way. It just kind of was, the Bucks just kind of hit a few more shots than I think were expected, and maybe it got a little sweaty. But I think this is another pretty comfortable no sweat under here. I believe in both defenses. I believe in Chris Paul slowing the pace. The pace in both the last 2 games, 94.5 and 97. The pace is going to continue to be slow here, especially coming off a Bucks win. And I do think that the Milwaukee Bucks probably don't have that much more success on offense, probably a little less. So I think that the recipe's right here for an under.
All right, Kenny, which prop catches your eye on the Suns side?
So I was really looking at the third quarter, but we don't have that at DraftKings, and I wanted to kind of use that as my Suns prop. But I really like Mikal Bridges to go over 11.5 points. Look, this is simply a guy that was on fire the first 2 games of the series. We know he's going to play 30 minutes. Without Dario Saric, we know he's going to get a lot of shots. We know he's very important to this team. He's a very talented scorer. To say that he's going to repeat his game 3 performance when he just had 4 points, and mind you, he didn't really take that many shots, would just kind of be outrageous. I do think that Mikal Bridges is a very good shooter. He's a very important scorer to this team. I think he's going to get a higher volume of shots. I think that was one of the reasons that the Suns didn't have a lot of success on offense, is they didn't find Bridges open in the corner. So I think a bigger scoring night is on the horizon for him, and I think that he gets over 11.5 points.
All right, how about a Bucks prop you like in game 4, Kenny? Maybe the under on Giannis's point total?
I mean, maybe. It's kind of getting outrageous, Jesse. 34.5 is a lot. But no, I'm going to go to Pat Connaughton here. Over 7.5 points. Pat Connaughton played 30 minutes in game 3, and you might say, well, blowout, garbage time. No, Pat Connaughton definitely is a big part of this offense. He played 33 minutes in game 2, and he hasn't gone under 8 points since you have to go back to game 5 of the Hawks series, I believe, maybe even game 4. Every game this series, he's gone over 7.5 points. And really, sadly, this is where the Milwaukee Bucks are here. I do think that this is a situation where they need Pat Connaughton on offense. I think he's one of their most important offensive players, as sad as it is. So I expect him to continue to play, continue to shoot. And 7.5, especially at home where he shoots 3% better from 3, probably a little too low. I'm taking the over there.
All right. Yeah, you're right. That is an interesting state of affairs for the Bucks. All right, lock it in. Any bet for game 4 that you would just lock in right now? Slate approved bet.
Yeah, I'm taking Suns money line, plus 150. That's my slate approved bet. Suns win this game. I think that the public here, they're too fooled here by the Milwaukee Bucks. And look, I know the Clippers are near and dear to my heart. I think everyone fell into the same trap with the Clippers. Clippers were down 2-0 once again. They know how to play in this deficit. They know how to come back. Everyone in the world said, well, the Bucks, they came back from 2-0 down all postseason long. They'll do it again. Not here. They're just not as good as the Phoenix Suns on offense. They just don't have the scoring. And all it takes is just really one bad shooting night from Chris Middleton. Didn't even really play a good game 3. I know that they won that game, but I'm not really believing in the secondary scorers here for Milwaukee. And what I do believe in is a Phoenix Suns team that was top 5 in defensive efficiency all season long, a coach in Monty Williams that knows how to scheme. And I do think that, whether it be playing DeAndre Ayton on Giannis Antetokounmpo a little bit more, I think that they'll figure out a way to make the role players for the Bucks beat them. And I just have no faith in Chris Middleton. No one in the world is able to predict when that guy's going to have a good game. I have no faith in him, saving the Bucks here as long as they can, swarm Antetokounmpo with doubles and maybe put some bigger size on him. I think that the Suns find a way here and close it out in 5 games.